There's more content in the world on this topic than we could ever deliver to a million, a billion, a trillion disciples. What's really missing is the setup to any content. People having deep, lasting relationships with Jesus and intimacy, loving people well, contribute, being willing to, asking to God. This is our story, right, Andrew? I prayed that God would help me meet someone who would help me live the Christian life. You walked into the barracks. And I told you this later, and then you told me, I prayed that God would bring someone into my life that wanted to grow and wanted to be discipled. So when we think about this idea of contribution, we think content almost always, or the idea of discipleship, we need to have a discipleship program. No, content and character, that actually goes hand in hand with the way Jesus made disciples. Come be with me, watch me, join me, partner. I'll send you out. We'll debrief, learn lessons as we go. So this idea of contribution is let's do this together. And I learned more from watching you. We have stories about your parenting, of all of your kids that are grown up now that helped inform the way I parented. Right? I have ways that you taught me how to read the Bible and study the scriptures I still use today. And it wasn't because you taught me that in a lecture. It was because we sat down and did Bible study together. When I walk Ardennes Street, that's one of the long streets on Fort Bragg where we can just talk with soldiers, invite them to chapel in partnership with the chaplains there. And I remember us walking and doing that together. And so I think you did have a plan. You did have content. There were some things you wanted to share with me, but what I really picked up was how you lived your life in a Christ-like way, and you were faithful to pass on to me what helped me continue to walk with Jesus. So I want it to be a little heavy right now, because where we tend to overdo discipleship, or what we're most often worried about, is what am I going to share? No, your contribution is being willing to open up your life and share what God's teaching you. And then also saying, hey, this is what God taught me when I was your age spiritually. How to read the Bible, how to share my faith, how to pray, how to be missional, how to be thinking about the people around me in such a way that they're people that God loves and I should love them too, and how can I reach out to them? So this idea of contribution is really important, because that's us saying, I promise I'm joining in the family business.